Welcome back as you're watching On the Table. This is our Off the Table segment where we get to cover different events as well as profile different young people who are doing something fundamental to society. And on today's edition, I'll be talking to two young men who have a non-profit making organization, Cmf Zambia as well as Young Motion. We'll be talking to them respectively and finding out what this organization is all about and what they aim to do. And to help me discuss this, I'm joined by Mala and Layi. Now, what's pretty interesting about these two is that's short for their names are quite long. I'll start with you, Layi. You can just tell us your full names.
My full names are Olaiwaro Kamara Muyunda.
I think we'll just stick to Layi. I think Layi is perfect.
It's for us.
And then Mala is
Mala Mwense.
Mala
Full
Mwense.
names are Mala Mwense, Cmf Mwense.
All right, Charitable Wednesday. All right, and then you are the founder of Cmf Zambia, which stands for Charles Mwense Foundation.
Correct.
And it was named after your father.
Yes.
So just briefly tell us what this organization is all about.
Basically, this organization is about empowering prospective young leaders in Zambia to take on civic leadership, social enterprise, and do something to create a new culture and a new way of thinking so that Zambia can develop to the vision that we wanted it to develop to, basically, because the future belongs to the youth. So it's important that there's systems and structures in place that mentor them so that they're prepared for that future and that the country sees progress.
All right, and then you are the founder of Young Motion.
Yes.
Tell us what that is about as well.
Young Motion is a Zambian registered company. It's a non-profit, limited by guarantee. And our main aim is to empower the community because we have a passion for the community and the youth at large. But what we've seen in the community is that most people don't get up and realize their full potential because of their situations. You can see through poverty as well. That's like a situation that brings people down mentally and physically because their reaches are much limited. But our organization aims at breaking those barriers and paving a way for the informal sector to stand out and be a part of our economic and social structures.
All right. So, from as far as I know, Young Motion is, or should I say, CMF Zambia is kind of like a parent of Young Motion. Why did you choose to work with him and his organization, Young Motion?
To begin with, Layi was actually and still is a project coordinator for CMF. So just through working with him through the outreach projects we had and sitting down with him in meetings and whatnot and structuring ideas, there's a certain level of potential I saw, and he had a vision that he didn't quite know how to implement it to make it happen. So I thought it's best that rather than him just being part of CMF, as seen as our culture and part of our mission is to empower young leaders, I just mentored him through the system and through everything so that he's able to establish something of his own and get something from whatever knowledge and experience I have that he can pass on and so forth, and we can create a chain of, I don't know, it's infinite. You can create 100 companies that way if you have 100 of the right leaders, but it's his qualities of transparency, which is very important. When you're running an organization. When somebody's transparent, honest, passionate, it's very hard to deny someone or not help them or go that extra mile for them.
All right. So, as CMF Zambia and Young Motion, there's certain programs that you are trying to execute. You have 4 key programs you're trying to execute. Just briefly tell us about some of them.
Andy Hodges Scholarship Program, basically we solicit sponsors and donors for children from low-income families here. As you know, like, education is not free in Zambia, so we establish links with schools in the community to find out who's at most need for educational services and pair them with donors and put them at various schools. We currently have 36 kids in the program in the Mazabuka district. And then Pad Power started 2016. Over a 19-month period, we've given out what was it, 30,000 sanitary napkins in total, like 3,000 packs of 10. It's a menstrual hygiene management program that is focused on keeping girls in school even during their menstrual period, because a lot of them, we found after doing research and going out in the field, were using unsafe and hygienic alternatives. So we tried to find a way that we can structure a program that allows them to still maintain their dignity as females and still obtain their education and maintain their attendance at school.
So do you plan on putting any, do you have any females in your organization so far?
Our first recruit is due to sign at some point this week. I think it's tomorrow. But at the moment, the only females that are involved are like strategic partners on a consultancy basis.
Yeah.
We've been tirelessly looking for people to help, because it helps to have a female face for such programs.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Exactly. That's why
sometimes, the thing with the NGOs and non-profits is there's this culture here of people thinking like, there's money.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't see the vision.
The concept of volunteering and maybe doing an internship here doesn't really carry weight. So that's the challenge we've had with finding even people to help execute our vision. So a lot of volunteers come, go. But we're actually recruiting right now to find an intern for 1 year. And then after that 1 year is done, they get a certificate of completion and get put on a part-time salaries. And it doesn't affect their full-time job. If you work full-time, we just require 4 to 8 hours a week.
Yeah.
But you have to be passionate. That's the key.
Yeah.
We haven't found someone who is passionate enough about the causes.
So you've mentioned one, qualification. You have to be passionate, but we'll talk about that later. What other qualifications one will need to be a part of your organization. But there are more programs that you plan on undertaking. You can tell us some of the others.
Our first ever self-sustainable project is Zamkabi.
Okay.
So it deals with unemployment, challenges of unemployment amongst the males in Zambia between the ages of 18 to 35. So what we do is we empower the beneficiary with a carriage wheelbarrow, or most might know them by Zamcabs.
Yeah, Zamcabs.
Yeah, Zamcabs, yes. So we empower them with a carriage wheelbarrow in order for them to generate enough income to keep up with their health services, to keep up with their diets as well, education basis, for their children, so that they can be a father of the house and be able to still execute the fatherly duties, as well as create a bright future for their kids.
Without donor dependency.
That's the key. Yes. So they work hard as well,
All right.
Yes.
So coming to what it would take for somebody to be a part of your organization. If they want to be part, they are buying into the vision and they want to be part of it. What can they do? How can they reach out to you?
CMF Zambia is very reachable. You just enter any search engine, CMF Zambia. We're available on all social media platforms. There's the website, which is cmfzambia.org.uk. Just contact us. We're very, very user-friendly. And there's no specific qualifications. The main thing that we want is passion. Because you have to be able to do things in your own time. This is not a game that you play, that you wait for the coach to tell you, hey, go to that corner and do this. Like, you have to show initiative. So as long as you have initiative and passion, you can contact us, and there's always room for new talent and new blood. We're always looking for new people.
So have you already started implementing some of these projects, or they're still in the pipeline? They're yet to be.
They're all
in fact, all of them have been implemented.
And so far, how are people reacting towards them?
So far, it's good.
Within the community, it's very good.
It's all right.
In fact, we have a petition going on for Zamcabs. So we went around the community asking people on their views and how they feel about the project, and they were very inviting. And they said, "Oh, okay, this is a great project, and it's good that we as Africans as well and as Zambians are empowering our fellow Zambians."
All right. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, on a lighter note, I want to find out what you do for fun, away from trying to help out in the community and whatnot. I know you love playing basketball, so apart from that, obviously the height does explain so much. What else do you do apart from that?
Apart from playing basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Knowledge, first of all, is infinite.
Yeah.
So I always like to be in an open area of knowledge, gaining knowledge from all sectors. And I am a sportsman,
Okay.
so I do almost all the sports.
Oh, you play soccer.
I play
you
soccer,
tennis.
I play table tennis, I play volleyball.
Hey,
I'm
man.
a sportsman.
Alright.
I love going on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Alright.
challenging myself.
All right. That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. And
We do gym together every day at
Yeah.
6 in the morning. I don't know, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
But it's cold season. It's difficult to get him up now.
All right.
I'm
that's
always
better.
there, like,
tolerance
where are
to
you?
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you love gymming. You love being in the gym. you love
It's a
working out.
newfound passion.
Oh, it's a newfound.
I'd like to start the day with gym, 6 a.m.
It's
Get there.
a great
Yeah.
way to start your day, actually.
All right.
Yeah,
And I
it's
must
exercise.
make mention, by the way, they reside in Mazabuka, but they still manage to find time to be here. Although in Lusaka, all the way from Mazabuka, man, that's true determination and dedication. So thank you very much for coming through.
Thank
I
you so
really
much for having
appreciate
us.
it.
For having us.
Yes, and be sure to catch us next week Sunday at 17 hours. This has been On the Table. Thank you as well for tuning in and making time to watch today's show. So many other shows are coming out during the rest of the night. Costa also will be coming through later on the night. For me, Chumeka, and the whole production team here at Diamond TV, it's goodbye and see you next week Sunday.